about hey everybody, uniquely lady Charlotte here, and it's me and Hottie Scotty. Say hey, babe. Okay, so we were sitting there laughing because I like to roll coins. Okay, for some reason I find it very therapeutic to roll coins. You know, Terry told me, Miss Terry told me, rolling coins make you feel better. Well, you can, when I get in here and count this transit revenue, you can get in and roll all the coins you want.
Oh,
I'm
man.
like, oh, okay, yeah. So anyway, so Scotty had some loose change in the seat. I'm always trying to get his loose change so I can wrap it in the coin wrapper. I done tried stuff like, that's my change. He's like, no, it's not your change. Then I done tried stuff as, you want me to hold it for you? I'm gonna hold it for you. You want me to wrap your coins for you? He's like, no, I got it. I keep it with my own money. So got in the car. There was about what? About 9 cents in the car. Maybe 9 cents, 10 cents, about 11 cents maybe. Nickel and some pennies.
10,
10 cents.
11.
11. Oh, I had it right on the butt.
Yeah.
Okay. So I saw him in the seat. So while he was trying to get in the car, walking to the car, I was trying to hurry up and get him up, but they had nickels and some pennies. And I was trying to hurry up and gather them and stick them in my pocket before he saw it. But he talking about, he opened and snatched over the door. Thank you, babe. Thank you. I'm going to just hold it for you. I ain't going to keep it forever.
You can keep it.
I can keep it forever. I ain't going to keep it forever, babe. I'm going to just hold it for you. A little bit till you need it. You just let me know when you need it. And I give it back.
I hear you.
All right, so he snatched open the door, and I was trying to gather him up real quick, but I was too slow. And then he talking about, oh, that's my chain. There you go, right here, right here. Let me go ahead and get that. I'm like, you want it? I was just gathering it up. He's like, nah, right here. Go ahead and give me that. So, but now he just gave it back to me. I'm not gonna have it. I'm not gonna have it back. I'm gonna just hold it for you. I ain't gonna have it. You can get them 11 cents back almost anytime you want to. Almost anytime. I'm gonna be like your bank. I'm gonna use your money, invest in something else, and then give you some interest on it. And then when you want to come to the bank and get it, you gotta let me know in advance, because it's a large amount. Okay. So anyway, I want to tell you guys what happened to one of my daughters. I got it over there. Let me stop completely. Yeah, they over there gathering and talking and stuff. So I'm gonna tell y'all what happened to one of my daughters. This was a bad week for her. I mean, of course, it could have been worse, but it was a bad week. Oh, it's like ice out here, a little slush. Come on, baby. I got to coast down through here. We got some ice. Well, we got some snow, and it's a little bit slush and ice right now. So I'm trying to drive. You know, my little Versa. Her tennis shoes ain't good. She needs some tires. Her tennis shoes ain't too pretty good. As my little sister say, too pretty good. So anyway, on Tuesday, one of my daughters went to her apartment complex. She got off work at 5, got home about 5:30, sat in the garage, like a 4-level garage. You got a 4th level, first floor they call first, 4th, and then they got the second, 4th. I guess we start coming around to the decline. So she came in, she found a spot on the 3rd level, and she was just kind of sitting in a car. She said, Ma, you know how it is when you come home and you just sit in your car and you just try to collect your thoughts, get yourself together before you start getting all your things together. Is that the police behind me? I did stop at the stop sign. Yeah, that's him. I stopped at the stop sign. I stopped completely too. So anyway, she said she was sitting in this car and this white Impala came past her. She said it was a lady in the car and her hair was all over her head. So I said, really? She's like, yeah, and the lady was staring at her. Got ugly right there. Okay. That's not the police. So she was like, dang, this is weird because she's just staring at me. So she said she watched the lady ride by. The lady went up, turned around. Ooh, this is ugly. This is ugly.
It's a gap.
That's the lip.
It's better than a lip.
And then she said the lady came back and she was still sitting in the car with the headlights on and the engine running and still looking, well, pretending to look at her phone at this time, but she was really looking up at the lady. But the lady thought she was looking at her phone. She said the lady was just staring at her again. So she said the lady went down. She heard the lady say, skirt. This in the parking deck. So she said it caught her attention, and then the lady backed up, turned around, and came back by. So this time when the lady came by, another lip. You need to do something about this. I'm going to write a letter. And so she said when the lady came by again, the lady almost stopped in front of her car, blocking her in. So my daughter said she just pulled out the parking space, and she went up a level. So I was like, well, you should have been coming down a little bit more, not going back up in case, something jumped off. She was like, yeah, I know. She said, but she went up a level. She found another parking space. She said, then the lady came back by in the white Impala again, staring at her. She was like, well, that's weird because if she wanted a parking space, my parking space was still available on the third level. She could have got in parked right there. So she said she came out the parking space and she went on back down to the third level. So she said she was sitting in the parking space. This time, she was really checking the lady out. The lady came back down because she could have had that parking space too. So she said this time the lady parked and walked past her car because my daughter had backed in. So she walked past her car. She said, but the lady was still staring at her real hard. So she said when the lady got to the door of the building to go into the apartment building itself, that she would get out then. She said, but she heard a voice told her clear as day, don't get out the car, stay in the car. So she said when the lady got to the door, like she was going to go in the building, the lady opened the door, stuck her foot in the door like she was going to take a step inside, but she didn't actually take a step inside. She turned around and was looking at my daughter, still in the daughter's direction of her sitting in the car. So she said, she was like, nah, I got a bad feeling, so I'm going to pull on off. So my daughter said she started to pull out the parking space slowly because she's in a parking garage. You can't hit it. She pulling out. She said the lady turned and ran down toward her car and she was trying to snatch her door open. So my daughter was like, I wasn't stopping. I was just going to drag that hole. That's what she said. So I was like, ooh, I wouldn't have stopped either. She said then when she went around to come on around, she said then this guy came out the stairwell, the same stairwell that my daughter would have been in on the other end, because she had to get up to her apartment. She had to go, I guess walk down that way. He was in that stairwell. He came out and he was doubled over, holding his stomach like he was hurting, and then trying to flag her down. So she said she just politely went on around him and he grabbed the doorknob trying to pull her door open. So my daughter went, she said she was scared. So she left her apartment complex, went across the street to another apartment complex, called the police. They didn't come. She said she waited 2.5 hours. So she said then she figured maybe if I go back over to my apartment complex and I sit out, not in the garage, but in the parking spaces outside, she said then maybe the police will see me. So she went over there, she backed in the parking space and she was sitting outside. So she said this time she had her headlights off, but she had the car still running because she was looking around and she said she was really scared. So then she said the white Impala came past her and she saw it. She said all of a sudden it went down like a few cars and then it stopped and threw it in reverse. She said she just peeled out of there and they were trying to back up real fast. And she said, I wasn't stopping. I was just going to hit them. I think this is my exit right here. I think this is it right here. This is the exit. Yeah, this is the one. And so she said she just peeled out and because she almost hit their car and she was going to hit their car. So then she went down the street, way down the street, and she called the police again. And so she said this female cop came out. And she said the female cop had turned on her, was asking her, well, what are you doing out at 5:30 in the morning? She was like, I just got off work, and why didn't y'all come? So she said the lady told her, the officer told her, well, we didn't come because we were probably in shift change. So, and then told her, it's a bad neighborhood, you need to move from over here. It's a very good neighborhood, but it's one of those places near the college, the community college where a lot of students live. So she's going to be moving back home to her dad's house. Now, that was on Tuesday. So on Wednesday, she went to work. She done fell at work and broke her ankle in 2 places. She either broke it or fractured. I think, well, she got a leg cast all the way up to her thigh. So she either broke something or fractured something. I don't know. She got a leg cast on. So that happened while she was at work. And then when she got to the hospital to by ambulance from work, they tested her for COVID and my baby positive for COVID. Now you talking about a bad day at work, a bad week at work. That was a bad week at work. So anyway, now workers' comp giving her a little bit of a hard time, but I'm talking her through that one, trying to help her out. But they got questions they have to ask, and I explained that to her too. But we still don't know why her manager wants a copy of her emergency room report. She turned in everything to workers' comp claim agent, but the manager wants a copy of her ER report. So you guys tell me what you think. Should she give her manager a copy of her emergency room paperwork? Or should she just tell the manager to get that information from the workers' comp claim adjuster? Anyway, y'all let me know what you think. All right, we're going to go. Talk to y'all in a little bit, though. All right, bye.